piece that has been written for the bass singers. And it came out from an idea. David joined, one of the co-founders, with Dave, Wade, and Patty. The conductor's going to sit down. And the idea was to have a song. Well, this composer's dad was the accompanist for a while. Not all of us were in the chorus then. His mom sang in the chorus. I happened to be his teacher in high school. And I learned something when we moved to Florida. You need a whole bunch of new ists, cardiologists, rheumatologists, dentists. You don't expect to see your former students. I did go to a new dentist, and when I saw his degrees, it looked like we'd gone to high school together. And I thought, what a neat coincidence. So I waited till he came out. And out came this really old guy. But I took a chance. I said, did you go to Cass Tech High School in Detroit? He said, I did. And I said, I think you were in my class. And he looked at me and said, really, what did you teach? Old enough, but I was his kid's teacher when he was in high school. And then he went to the New England Conservatory, and a little while in the New World Symphony, and then 17 years in Naplesville. And when he was there, some nice things started to happen. One being a little bit of mentoring by Eric Kunzel. And he said, Jim, write an arrangement of something, and the rest is history. He's gone onward and upward until the point that he is now a full-time composer, writing things, premiering them all over the world. And it's our honor that he has written a song for us. And I'm going to let him take it from there and conduct it in us, and I finally get to live out my dream. I'm going to sing in the bass.
I almost tripped on those Latin instruments there. Well, hi, I'm Jim Stevenson. Nice to meet all of you. And it's true, I sat in the Naples Philharmonic for almost 20 years, and I was a trumpet player, and I'm now living in Chicago. I didn't see the Chicago Cubs hats. Did you invite her? So I now live in Chicago and make my life as a full-time composer. But what Bruce hasn't told you is how incredibly supportive he's been of me, ever since those days when I was a little bit of a troublemaker in high school. But he's come and watched me conduct concerts, and he's listened to music of mine, and he's always got wonderful things to say, and has come up with great ideas for me, and we've collaborated on this project, which I am thrilled to be a part of, and Dave, thank you as well. And there's a couple other things I want to tell you about this piece, because it is a world premiere. You've never heard it, right? Bruce supplied the text, and it was written by a guy named James Stevens. Did you do that on purpose? Okay, my name is James Stevenson, and the guy who wrote the text is James Stevens, so I thought that was pretty cool. And it talks about two things that really struck me. The first is, the first lines that are sung are, Weaver of Harmony, and it goes on from there. And Bruce mentioned my parents, my mother and father. And I imagined my mother singing that to my father, because my dad is a wonderful piano player, and I would grow up listening to him playing tunes at the keyboard all the time. So the piano part is written very much in the style that my dad would have been noodling across the keyboard. And so it's like my mother is singing to my father, Weaver of Harmony. And it goes on. And then next we have the men sing, and the first thing they say is Angel of Happiness. So you might imagine my father saying that. It's my mother, Angel of Happiness, because she always has a wonderful smile on her face. They were going to come down and be a part of this. My mother's taken a little bit ill, so they can't be here. But Kathy has stepped in to play the piano part, so I want to be sure to thank you for doing that. And I want to thank everybody here, and also to make the world even smaller, Steve Parker, who's sitting right here, was also at Interlochen when I was a student, and he was a resident advisor, so he was watching to make sure I didn't either. I should have written the sax part just to get back to you. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the first presentation of this piece called Spirit of Song. And Bruce, thank you, I'm going to be watching you. No, thank you, we hope you enjoy it.